Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is our today's question on LeetCode, and this question is basically daily problem on 13th July. So the question is course schedule. So we will first read out the question and we will try to figure out how we can solve this question. So there are total of num course you have to take. So basically we have to take this number of courses, and the courses are labeled from 0 to num courses minus 1. So you are given an array prerequisites where prerequisite of I is equal to ai comma bi, indicates that you must take course bi first if you want to take course ai. So basically this has been explained well from this example. Like if we have pair 0 comma 1, this indicates that if we want to take course 0 we have to take course 1 also. Okay, so we have to take course 1 first. So basically this is what the meaning of prerequisites of I. So after that, return true if you can finish all courses, otherwise return false. So basically we have to return true if we are able to finish all the courses, otherwise we will return false. So let us have a closer view on the inputs. So this was our first input, that is 1 comma 0, and you can see that what 1 comma 0 means. If we want to pursue the course 1, we have to pursue the course 0 also, or we have to first complete the course 0. So this is the case. So basically if I want to take course 1, okay, so if I want to take course 1, so first of all I have to first complete the course 0. So what I will do, I will first complete the course 0, and after that when I have done with course 0, I will then take course 1 and then complete it. So in this way what I can do, I can complete the course. So our answer is going to be true in this case. So answer will be true. So you can see that answer is nothing but true in this case. So let us see another case. So this is our another case. In this case we have a prerequisite of 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. So you can see that 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0 both. Yeah, so what is does it mean? So if you want to take course 0, you have to first take course 1. Okay, so basically if I want to take the course 0, so basically if I want to take the course 0, I have to first complete the course 1. So basically I will first try to complete the course 1, and when I am on course 1, there is another condition for the course 1, that if you want to take course 1, you have to first complete the course 0. So again we have a condition for this, that we have to go on course 0 and complete it first. So basically when we are on this course 0 again, so you can see that there was a condition for course 0. So the condition was that we have to first complete course 1 and then we can complete the course 0. So you can see that this is a kind of loop type situation. Okay, so it is a kind of loop that if you want to do complete 0, you have to first complete 1, and if you want to complete 1, you have to first complete 0. So you can see that it is a kind of loop condition. So in this loop you can see that you cannot complete all the courses, so we will return answer as false. So basically what is the conclusion? The conclusion is nothing but, if we find any kind of loop in our graph, what we will do, we will say that it is not possible to complete all the courses. So the conclusion behind is that uh, when there is any loop in graph, so what we'll do, we will return false because it is not possible to complete all courses. So it is not possible to complete all courses. So in this case we will return false, and otherwise we will be able to complete all the courses, we will return true. So in this way this question can be solved. So let us try to code how we can uh, solve this function after checking whether there is any kind of node, any kind of loop or not. So basically what I will do, I will create a function which will check whether there is a loop in the graph or not. So first of all I have to create graph, because they don't have they didn't given us a graph. So basically we have to first create a graph. So for this I will have a vector 2D vector of integer and adj, and the size will be n. So basically n is nothing but num course, so n is nothing but num courses. Okay, so this is our graph, and what we will do, you can see that in prerequisite the requirement for the first member is member 2. So what we will do, we will create a graph, directed graph from first member to the second member. So for this what we will do, we will first iterate over all the elements of prerequisites. Okay, and after that what we will do, in this graph we will push back the second member, okay, in the first member. Okay, so you can see that adj of elu of 0 will be dot pushback elu of 1. So what we will do, we will push back elu of 1 in adj of elu of 0. So in this way we will have our graph with us. So basically we have to check what we have to do, we have to check whether there is any loop in this adj or not. So basically we have to check this. So for this will have some of the vectors with us, and we will write a function which will check the loop, check the fact whether there is loop or not. So for this we will have some of the vectors with us. So vector of int visit, so it will check whether the node is visited or not. So it will check whether the node is visited or not. And another vector will be path, so again it will check or it will store the path of node. Okay, and one more vector with us, like it will be looped. So basically it will check whether the node is on loop or not. So if it is on loop, it will store 1, and if it is not on any loop, it will store 0. So we will first create a function. So basically we will create a boolean recursive function in order to find out whether there is any loop corresponding to particular node or not. So for this we will have a boolean function, let us say is loop. Okay, so basically parameters will be int node and our graph, and again what we will have with us, our vectors. Okay, so vector of visit, vector of int of path, and vector of int looped. Okay, so these are the vectors with us. So what we will do, we will first check so what we will do, we will first visit the node. So for it we will mark the node as visited. So visit of node is nothing but 1. And what we will do, we will check if we know whether the node is on loop or not. So basically we have to check this part. So for this what we'll do, we will just check if looped of node is not equal to -1. So if it is the case, what does it mean? It means that we know whether the node is on any kind of loop or not. So what we can do, if loop looped of node is equal to 0, so what does it mean? Node is not on loop, and what we'll do, and we'll return false, because this function is going to return true when we have loop, and it will return false when we don't have any kind of loop. So basically what we'll do, and in the same way that if loop of node is 1, so I will again write this thing here. So what I can do, if the loop of node is 1, so if the loop of node is 1, so basically node is on loop and it will return true. So you can see that what we can do, we can just directly return looped of node. So if looped of node is 0, which means that our node is not on any kind of loop, so it will return directly false. And if looped node looped of node is 1, it means that our node is present in any loop and it will directly return true. Okay, so this was the case when we know the value, when we know whether the node is on any kind of loop or not. Otherwise, what we will do, we will set the path of our node. So let us say path of node will be 1, and after that what we will do, we will traverse over its child. So what we will do, we will traverse over its child. So for auto child of adj of node, what we will do, we will check whether for the non-visited child, whether it can form loop or not. So for non-visited child, so if not visit of child, what we will do, we will check whether we will check whether there is any loop from this child or not. So basically we will run this function recursively for the child. So if is loop for child comma adj comma visit comma path, and last one is looped. So if it is the case and it is showing true, it is returning true, what we can consider that there is a loop. Okay, so if there is loop, what we will do, we will just update looped of noded as 1 and we will return our answer as true. Okay, so basically we have found loop here, so that's why we will return true. And if we are on visited child, so what will we check, if the path of node and child is same, then what we can say that the both node and the child will be in a loop. So I will write here, if path of child and node is same, we can say that both are in loop. So for this, what we'll do, if path of child, it is so that's why we have set the path of node as 1 here. And if path of child is same as that path of node, what we can say, they both of them are in a loop. So for this reason, looped of node will be 1 and we will just return true in this case. And after traversing, if we didn't find any kind of loop, okay, so what we will do, we will just update our looped of node to 0, which means for this node there is no such loop. And what we will do, we will reset our path of node. So the path of node will be 0, and since we didn't find any loop, we will just return false. So we didn't find loop, so we'll return false. So in this way we can see that how this function is going to check whether for a particular node there is a loop or not. So in this way this function will return true and false. If there is a loop, it will return true, and if there is no loop, it will return false. So let us iterate over all the nodes, all the non-visited nodes, and we'll check whether there is loop corresponding to them or not. So what we'll do, we will iterate over all the nodes. Okay, and if the node is not visited, so if not visit of I, what we will do, we will check whether there is any kind of loop or not. So if is loop for this node I, and what were the parameters, adj visit path and looped. Okay, so if it is returning true, we can say that there is a loop. So there is a loop, so in this case what we will do, we will just return false. So we will return false in this case, and otherwise if we didn't find any kind of loop, we will return true. So let us see whether the code works or not. So yeah, you can see that the code is working properly. It is returning true for the first case and it is returning false for the second case. So let us have a look on main cases. So yeah, all the main cases are passing. So you can see that what we have done, basically what we have done here, basically we have we got the conclusion for the question, that the conclusion was if there is any kind of loop, then we will return false, and if there is no loop, we will return true. So basically we will check whether there is any kind of loop for a particular node, and if there is any kind of loop, we will just return false and we will return true. And to check whether there is loop or not, I have written this boolean recursive function, and this function will return true if there is a loop, and it will return false if there is no such loop. So in this way we have solved this question. I hope you understood my code and solution, and if you liked my solution, you can like my video also. And if you have any kind of doubts, you can ask me in comment section, and also the uh, solution for this code will be available in the description, you can see from there also. And if you want to see some more videos like this, you can subscribe my channel. Thank you.